Hey everybody, I'm Dan. Let's get to it. Hope Force International is an international Christian charitable organization that responds to disasters worldwide. They take donations, they offer training if you want to become a volunteer. They also provide equipment. They've helped thousands of people around the world since they were founded in 2003 by Jack and Sherry Minton. And they have this awesome Ultimate Guide to Hurricane Preparedness. It's a 10-point guide. I reached out to them and asked them for permission to really get into detail on this stuff. I haven't heard back from them yet. I'm sure they've been busy here these past couple weeks since I've tried. And so what I'm going to do is just do a quick broad brush, and I want to give credit to Hope Force International for most of the information I'm sharing with you, and obviously I'll give you some stuff based on our experiences. So Chapter 8, Mental and Emotional Well-Being. Mental and emotional well-being is very important in a storm. As you know, storms can wreak havoc on you. They can mess up your house. They can mess up your finances. They can mess up your health and stress you right out. Any kind of disaster. If you have a chemical spill nearby, a car accident, a wildfire, a tornado, a hurricane, tropical storm, just flooding, a dam break, any of these things can really mess with you physically, financially, but definitely emotionally and mentally as well. So you need to be prepared for that sort of thing, and you need to take care of yourself. Hope Force International talks about leaning into community support, either providing and receiving support, getting professional help if needed, and definitely practicing self-care. And again, this is part of their 10-part guide. It's the Ultimate Guide to Hurricane Preparedness. It's a general guide. This might be something that a couple of you might light into and really like. We'll have a link down below in the description. So by putting it down here, it gives you a chance to check it out for yourself. Maybe you might want to donate, volunteer, do whatever. I've already talked about that. But mental and physical well-being are very important. Talking about mental, you've got to take care of yourself because stress can be so bad on your body. You definitely want to take care of yourself first. Get yourself set up when you're dealing with hurricane prep. Take care of your family. Then you can reach out, help take care of your neighbor. When you guys get to that point, then you can go out and you can help the community. There are things that you can do, things that you can say. You just don't underestimate the power of a handshake. Don't underestimate the power of a kind word. And definitely don't underestimate the power of a hug, because we all need these things during bad times. And if you can be there for people like they've been there for you and continue to do that sort of thing, that's community. And I'm so glad that Hope Force International brings that sort of thing up. The next thing you might want to take advantage of is professional help. It's okay to seek professional counseling if you have a need for mental health counseling. Sometimes you get so ridden with anxiety, you get post-traumatic stress over something like a tornado or a hurricane or a major disaster. Heck, even a car accident can trip you over the edge. So it's okay to reach out to professionals, people who are experienced in dealing with this sort of thing and who can give you tools to cope. You know, one of the saddest things is like in Hurricane Ian, dozens and dozens of people lost their lives. We've just had people lose lives here in the last few days over the crazy tornadoes that are hitting our Midwest U.S. region. So the loss of a loved one or a community member or a friend can be terrible. And if you need to reach out to somebody, there are many resources. You just go ahead and do that. Now, the final thing we'll talk about here, well, first off, if you're getting some value out of this, please like and subscribe. If you like to see more of this content, we'd love to have you become a subscriber. If this is not your thing, that's fine, but please perhaps share the information, forward it on to somebody else. They may say thank you for doing that, because we're just trying to put good hurricane prep information out there, and we're doing it in this video form. There are not a lot of graphics on the screen. The idea is so you can stream it while driving to work. Depending on your job, you could listen to it there. You can listen to it while you're doing what I'm doing, like being here in the garage doing stuff. I listen to a lot of videos and get a lot of education that way. And if you're cooking or being with the kids, you can have it in the background. We want you to stream it, listen to it, pick up some nuggets here, some nuggets there. It'll help you be more prepared mentally, and it'll help you train you so that you can confront these crises, know what to do, and have a solid plan for any kind of emergency. So please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of the family if this is your thing. Self-care. My wife will say, look, honey, you got to make sure you eat right and you have to get enough sleep. Sometimes I'll get stressed out if I'm in an emergency situation, and my wife reminds me. Mary says, hey, We need you to just sit down, take a nap, sit down for an hour and a half. I know you're clearing a bunch of trees, doing this and that. Take care of your body. You want to be able to do this stuff over the next week or two, like we did after Hurricane Ian with a bunch of great volunteers in our community. But we needed our rest. We needed a day off. We needed to have some fun. We had to practice self-care. So we want to use the right physical activity without overdoing it. We want to make sure we use relaxation techniques. They're good for the body. They're good for the mind. As I said, adequate rest, and you've got to eat right. You know, food is your fuel, and you want to fuel up with good stuff during a hurricane and good stuff during cleanup. You need plenty of fluids. You need shade. You need the proper clothing. That all helps you for a proper mental state, because then you're prepared on the outside and on the inside to handle cleanup and the stresses of dealing with any kind of emergency. One thing you might want to think about, and this is after the storm, you might want to limit your media exposure. I would say you might want to limit negativity sells, all right? Let's just say it. Bad news travels really fast. Good news travels fast, but bad news travels even faster. And if the news can hit us with images of flooding and broken buildings and death and destruction, they're going to get ratings. They're going to do that. That's just what they do. It's part of the nature of news. You might want to limit your exposure to that. Maybe just watch a little bit to get an idea of what's going on in your community, and then just cut it off there. Watch something that's silly or fun to get your mind off of things, but just don't stream it 24/7. It'll turn you into a negative Nelly just like that. So I think that's a really good tip. Finally, what you want to do is you want to recognize the long-term impact of storms and catastrophes and their effect on your mind. So you want to feed your mind with good stuff. You want to feed your body with good stuff. Storms, emergencies of any kind can be very stressful. So please do what you need to do to reach out to help you and your family get through this stuff, because it's not just the physical, it's the emotional and the mental stuff that you deal with as well. We all deal with challenges, and challenges get exacerbated after a disaster, before a disaster, definitely with the anxiety, during a disaster, and after a disaster. So please keep that in mind. We'll see you on another Wednesday. Take care and be safe.